Welcome to 21-day call to heal thyself from Brahma Kumaris, Silicon Valley. I am Meghna, your host for this week. We'll, we are focusing on self-sustenance this week, the third week, the last week, and we are on day 3. Let's get started with a meditation. I'll share my screen. It's time to get some real rest for the mind and the body. So let's withdraw our mind from work, gadgets, home, people, just for a few minutes. Let it all go and let it be. It's that beautiful time to heal the most beautiful being, I, the soul. We are living in a world that is filled with a lot of negativity. And in this kind of environment, we want to keep thyself healed, protected, and safe. Just like the flower lotus is surrounded by mud, grows in mud, and still is unaffected by the mud. Its beauty, its fragrance, its color, the qualities of the lotus are not affected by the muddy water it resides in. Similarly, I, the soul, has the potential to remain extremely positive even when I am surrounded by people who think negatively. I have the potential to not only keep myself safe from the negative vibrations of others, but also lend them a support to join me in the path of staying safe. In order for me to remain like a lotus in muddy water, I need to ignite a light within, the light of wisdom. I lived in ignorance when I didn't know who I was. But the moment I come to know the real me, I understand the real me, and I realize how beautiful I am. The light within starts glowing. When my inside is ignited, no mud of negativity outside can touch me. No mud has the power to steal away the fragrance of my love, purity, peace, and joy. But then there are times when the storms outside get louder, darker, and heavier. My light within starts flickering. That is when I connect my inner light to the divine light, God, who is an ever ignited lamp. Every time I ignite an awareness that I am a child of the most beautiful being, God, the light starts intensifying. Darkness inside and outside starts vanishing. The wisdom of who I am and the connection with the Supreme Source allows me to stay safe and keeps me protected from the viruses of fear, stress, and anger. It allows me to stay balanced while I am doing everything. I understand that spiritual knowledge, the light of wisdom, needs to be ignited within me forever. Then the darkness can never come into my life, and I will become the instrument to remove the darkness from others' life. I am an ever ignited light. Welcome everyone to the 21 excuse me, to the 21-day goal to heal thyself. So let's continue our discussion on sustaining ourselves. Like we were talking about, we need to really strengthen our roots, and our roots are nothing but the soul itself. And the primary three organs of the soul, they need to be protected. When we strengthen those three subtle organs, the mind, the intellect, and the subconscious, that's when the soul starts strengthening. And when the soul is empowered, it also can take care of the entire tree. Today I just wanted to introduce few things of safety, because this is sustaining ourselves, protecting ourselves, keeping ourselves safe. So these are few things that really help in staying positive. Till we are in this body, soul is taken this body to express and experience life in this physical world. So everything of the physical matter does impact the soul. And for the for to really keep the mind healthy, it's very important to have sattvic diet. Sattvic basically means only vegetarian, dairy is okay, but the things that are considered tamasic. So sattvic is basically high energy food, fresh food, dairies, fruits, vegetables, nuts and grains. Whereas low energy food, which is called tamasic in Hindi, is basically meat, onion and garlic, alcohol and tobacco, stale food and things like that. Why is meat considered to be low energy food? If you think about any animal in a slaughterhouse, that particular animal goes through a bunch of negative emotions like hurt, anger, frustration, fear, anger. Finally, violence happens, and then there is death. So, all of those emotions of negativity were absorbed by the body of the animal, and that body comes into our plate, has very low energy in it. The vibrations of it are very, very negative, and it has a huge impact on the mind. Onion and garlic also tend to create lot of anxiety in us. They increase our passions. So that is why these are also considered to be low energy food. Now, for the mind itself, we need to exercise the mind daily. And really, the exercise for the mind is nothing but meditation. I highly recommend Raj Yoga meditation because I've benefited a lot from it, where I'm constantly exercising my rights on the mind. I am telling it what it is going to think and what it is not going to think. And then throughout the day, taking self reflection breaks to check, am I doing okay? Is the inner being peaceful, happy? So I have alarms on my phones, like every 1 to 2 hours. I take a pause to stop and connect with myself. A lot of times we get so worked up over work, relations, that we don't even realize we might be creating a lot of negative thoughts. So it's good to pause. Exact opposite is, we tire our mind, we exhaust it, we take away its power and energy when we are using gadgets non-stop. And this has become one of the biggest issues, where people cannot stay away from their phones or the TV or checking, what's up on the TV and things like that. and also other issue that has arisen in this world pandemic is non-stop working. All of these things tire the mind. And food for the mind, what information am I feeding the mind? Highly recommend every day create a discipline of reading something that uplifts the spirit, something that boosts our morale, our increases our enthusiasm and zeal. So spiritual knowledge every day is very, very critical. And then good to have company of people who talk positively. Many times we have people who are constantly complaining, crying, or gossiping, or talking about negative things. So exact opposite, junk food for the mind, which will make the mind very heavy, inflexible, and really make it useless. When we feed this kind of information, news filled with negativity, it's like toxins to the mind. So if you feed this information, mind will create fearful thoughts. If you're only feeding it junk information, like hanging out with friends who gossip, or you're only on social media, this is basically junk, useless information. And if this is what I'm feeding to the mind, what will the mind create? It will create useless thoughts. So if I want to protect my mind and body, I need to take care of all of these things. So we are sharing every day some knowledge points and some powerful points to practice in our meditation. That is our idea, to kind of help you all to meet this goal of not only healing yourself, but once you know how to do it, keep yourself sustained, protected, completely healed. So also today I wanted to cover, like, suppose we run into all kinds of issues in the branches of life that we had seen. Suppose we are now facing some kind of health issue in our body, right? There's something going on, some other difficulty. Now, our habituated way of thinking, which is in the subconscious mind, right? This is our part, the way we thought before. Majority of us would be thinking very negatively. So what are those types of thoughts? We start feeling sorry for ourselves. Why me? Poor me. This shouldn't have happened to me. Then become very sad about it, become very, very restless, feel extremely weak. Oh my gosh, my poor body, what am I going to do? I can't do anything. And then feeling very helpless. So this was our old way of thinking. Now, I need to remain safe and healthy, right? This is not a healed soul. This is a soul that is creating a lot of negative information and it's going to become very weak. So now I want to feed new piece of information to my conscious mind and guide the mind. Hey, buddy, no more thinking like this. We are now going to start thinking like this. So my transformation, the way my thoughts will get created, that transformation will happen when I start feeding every day in meditation this powerful information. So, some talks, who doesn't fall sick? I'm not the only one. Everybody falls sick. Calling it out that body is sick. I am not sick. I, the soul sitting here, I am healthy. I can still remain peaceful even though this body is sick. I, the master, will take care of this body. The body is my server, my instrument. It is sick, but I choose to remain healthy. And instead of creating restlessness, we can create peace even in that kind of discomfort because we have the power to tolerate. This was something we talked about in the second week, that each one of us has the ability to tolerate. We are just not using it. And this faith that my inner peace has the power to heal everything, whether it is my body or my relationships or work, doesn't matter. I have so much power that I can use that power to transform the outside world. So let's practice some of these points in meditation. I, the tiny point of light, sitting in the middle of my forehead, is the master, the commander in chief of the mind and the body. At every moment, I choose how the mind is going to think. I, the soul, is separate from this body. The body is made out of matter, air, water, ether, fire. I, the immortal being, understands that this body will constantly change. Nothing that is physical stays the same. In time, every physical thing ages, decays, and needs maintenance. Even when the body is throwing tantrums, is going through tough time, I, the soul, uses the true knowledge to tolerate the discomfort in the body. Tolerance comes when we stay with the truth, and the truth is every body goes through up and down. Every body ages. Every body eventually perishes. I, the being, cannot be created, nor can I be destroyed. I have the power to tolerate because I remember how much life has already given me. When I remember the truth of all the gifts, the body discomfort is tolerable. When I remember the truth that I belong to the ever powerful divine energy, then power to tolerate emerges. I am a strong, bold, and courageous being. Matter cannot disturb me. I am naturally peaceful, and I choose to remain peaceful because I, the wise master of my body, understands that when I remain calm, the body heals faster. So let's create some thoughts and send peaceful vibrations to our body. I am a peaceful being. Peace is a natural quality of mine. Peace is my true religion. I send the white rays of peace from the middle of the forehead to my entire body. Thank you, my beautiful companion body, for serving me so beautifully, for always being there for me. I'm sending you power to heal yourself and continue to be my support while I play a role in this physical world. As I send these vibrations, my inner peace deepens, and suddenly the body issue has subsided. I am a healer myself. When I stay healed in my true identity, in my true qualities, I become the healer of my body. I am a powerful healer. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Hope you found this meditation and the whole series useful. Would really love to hear your feedback. We've barely gotten any feedback for this series. Would appreciate if you could take some time out and submit your feedback or maybe any questions related to this series, any kind of format changes you would like to see. We'll try our best to oblige. So there is a link to the form on the description box. Please find some time to give us some feedback, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Hope you have a wonderful evening today.